Hello guys and welcome to Liga IX Hispania Rome 2 replay. I'm bringing you a live casted game today guys. This is the best of three between TWR Danko playing as Pontus and Epirus played by AC Graham Bubblefish. So it's a best of three. Pontus got counterpicked by Epirus, and the map is pyramids chosen by Pontus. So we'll go through Epirus's build first, played by Graham Bubblefish of AC, the reformed clan from SH members, areas chosen. So we have 4 mercenary Italian spearmen, quite a strange unit, you don't see this very often. It's going to be interesting to see how they are used, with 3 mercenary Samnite warriors and 2 hoplites. We have a quite strange missile variant also. We have 2 Agrarian Axemen, a slinger, so 2 slingers. So you got that javelins in there as well. You got the javelins and you have the slingers. So those Agrarian Axemen are also very good in melee as well, as long as they don't get shot at or countercharged, because their armor's not that good. We have 3 units of mercenary Italian cavalry. So 4 units of mercenary Italian cavalry. Sorry, no, 3. And 2 units of Royal Peltists, and the general is Second Wind and Battle Rhythm. So, we'll look at Pontus's army. Pontus's army consists of 2 mercenary Scythian horse archers for the skirmish corps, 2 levy pikemen on the centre, followed by 4 furrier spears, 2 on each flank. We have 3 Cappadocian cav on the right flank, and a further 2 Cappadocian cav on the left, with the Pontic Royal Cavalry General. We have 4 mercenary naked swords making up the melee bulk, and we have 2 eastern slingers making up the missile foot corps. So Danko, 2 strange builds actually. A very heavy cavalry for very heavy cav build for Pontus here. It's going to be very interesting to see how it's going to be used. Levy pikemen, it's going to be intriguing to see how they do in the game. Let's hope we don't get any lag. Seems to be running very smoothly, which is good. So, the mercenary horse archers, just for some reason, deciding to, the mercenary Scythians deciding to just frontally attack mercenary Italian spears. So they're going to take a few slingshots, maybe even losing a cavalry unit there. No. Let's be very careful with these. The use of no Tarantine cav actually by Epirus is making them very vulnerable to these. Two units of mercenary Scythians can be used quite effectively. But personally, against Epirus, I would wait till late game and where they would come into their own. Shooting the Samnite warriors is slightly better, but they're not going to kill many, I don't think, because they're heavy armor. As we can see, they have a 95 armor. So we're going to see a javelin volley here. Doesn't get baited actually, and kills a decent amount of these mercenary Scythian horse archers. I believe it kills 8. My calculation wrong. 7, sorry. So that's the first blood drawn by Bubblefish. So he's going to be charging that again. Shooting the front, I would give him the bush. Still no units lost. Turn the back, however. Haven't lost a single man yet. I don't really like mercenary Italian spearmen. As a unit, the stats aren't that good. The stats, 18 melee attack. The bonus versus large is good, though the only thing is that the beats them against levy freemen is maybe their armor. They would be a good unit. I would use them if they had a precursor, and they don't have a precursor. That's what makes them not as good as other units, and they don't have the armor and the staying power as militia hoplites do. So it's quite intriguing how he's brought these. Those Scythians really want to kill this mercenary Samnite, and I've only killed 1 man in the squad, whilst these mercenary Samnites have killed 7 horse archers. So it seems like Bubblefish is going to be playing defensively, and Danko's just going to want to kite quite heavily with his Pontic mercenary Scythian horse archers. So we can see how long this lasts for. If this lasts for too long, I may cut up all 3 videos. If there's 3 videos, if there's 2, I'll keep it in the same video. If there's 3, I'll have it in 2 different parts and release it to you the day after the other. So the mercenary Italian so switching out now for the Samnite. Samnite's starting to drop now, needs to be very careful. Personally, I want to drag the unit of these Agrarian Axemen that's got over here to this flank here and get some javelins off. That would force these Scythian horse archers right back. And it's going to be a baited javelin volley here. A bit of a waste of a javelin volley though, by the swordsman. Again, mercenary Scythians, are they within range of the skirm? No, they don't have any slingers. Where are the slingers at? Just out of range of the slingers, I believe. Just. Going for the cavalry, maybe trying to bait some fire actually. So if I was Bubblefish, I would push forward, and I believe he is going to start pushing forward now. He can win this engagement against Pontus's forces aren't as strong as you would anticipate. The Furious Spears can't beat the Sam Knights. The Levy Furious, sorry, the Levy Pikemen or Levy Pikes at best. As we can see, not the greatest units in the world. Naked Swords can't deal with charges. They can give the charge, but they just can't take it. So, we're interested to see how. So, Epirus's infantry is better. Pontus has that cavalry. Not shot cavalry, only one unit of good shot cavalry. Italian cavalry will always lose against Cappadocians, but if you put in those Italian spearmen, or mid those hoplites, I can definitely see it going in Epirus's favour. Epirus has the stronger army in this situation. So as you see, the Scythian horse archers are harassing, and I believe we had a bit of a lag spike now, but everything going smoothly now. Get some close-ups of the archer fire here coming in by the mercenary Scythian horse archer. Very nice horse archer unit, very cheap, always very effective, lots of ammunition, 15 rounds each, nice amount. They're not that good. They're very fast, but they're not that good in melee. Probably wrap up a couple of better skirmishers. When I say skirmishers, I mean slingers and archers. Probably can kill. Probably couldn't kill a Peltus or an Agriarian Axeman. So he's weakening up the flanks pretty heavily. And these Furious Spears, because they've been shot up very bad, these Furious Spears can hit it, and he'll lose a lot of men to the first few javelin volleys from these Furious Spears, because the hit point damage from these mercenary Samnites is pretty decreased. Losing it, the slinger's being crossed over, finally been moved over to deal with them. This is what should have happened originally. If he gets this forest, it'll be very good. He should use his Agriarian Axemen to kill the Levy Furious, and then he can just get a clean charge, or bring it close enough to the Levy Furious. Maybe shoot the naked sword, which would be very good also. There's the Cappadocian Cav. The Pontic Royal Cav is going to be very intriguing how that's used. I've got a feeling this game is going to last quite a while, so we'll see how it goes. I may put this game and maybe both of them as two different parts, depending on what's going to happen. So we're finally going to see an engagement here. I think Graham's had enough of dancing around the skirmish, the horse archers. So I think he's just going to get straight into it. Some Italian swords, they're a heavy melee, not a very heavy. And this Pontic Royal Pontic cavalry could literally go in, hit it, retreat pretty nicely, and get away with that. As we could probably see here. But he said not to, because he would get a javelin volley off. And I think this Pontic cavalry, there's no support nearby. Very close. And you could just go bang, and you could really hurt that unit. I'm going to see the skirmish phase. However, he needs to be careful, because if he stays here too long, it will be classed as excessive camping, because you can't have more than 30% of your army really-ish in a forest for too long. And if he's having a skirmish fire, that's fine, it's classed as fighting, but really he can't stay in there for too long. So his slingers are going to be targeting these mercenary nakeds instead of the eastern slingers, which I would personally do myself. So he's going to push the nakeds back, but they're going to get hit very heavily in the back by these slingers still. Some nice extra kills in there. It's a bad thing about bringing nakeds. If you don't have the missile variant, those nakeds are going to drop very quickly. However, if this cavalry is very scary. Pontus's cavalry is very strong. It's going to be very intriguing. So we'll see the Cappadocian cavalry are going to engage these mercenary Italian spearmen. They got a bit too close. They have braced. Bit of friendly fire there. A lot of friendly fire there onto the with the Furious Spears. Full blown knockdown there. Didn't lose a single man to that. Reinforcements moving in with the Sam Knights. Kill the stop. But this friendly fire is really going to start hurting. Like I say, he lost a lot more of his men because his Furious Spears were set to fire at will. Personally, the Italian spearman did come off bad, but didn't lose that many men, and he did lose quite a bit of that. Like I said, however, these mercenary Samnite warriors are taking a beating to the javelin blows, like I said they would now. And by turning your back to them, oh wow, that's horrible. You should not have done that, then, as we see. But those Samites will start dropping. Actually, they'll not take as much damage as I assumed. I think the Italian spearman's soaking up most of that back. We'll look on the right flank. We've had an engagement here. The Cappadocian Cav versus the Italian Cav with a mercenary Italian sword backing it up. Pontic roll. Jet Cav did what I said it would do, moving to smash that Italian Cav. Smash that Italian sword. Cappadocian Cavalry also hitting the hoplite, not having it as a good effect, and actually losing a hefty amount of units from it because it's a hoplite unit after all. It's probably going to smash into the back of this. We get to this engagement. Agri and Axeman doing a great job here, hitting the Cappadocian Cavalry. Pontic Royal Cavalry probably going to try and come round there, hit that. So we have the Levy Pikemen engaging frontally with the mercenary Italian spearmen, then going into phalanx. It's quite an odd way. I would never have done this because that pike phalanx is never going to work now. He sacrificed those units. Those phalanx will never work when they're in a full-blown line combat like that. Mercenary Scythian horse archers being caught by the Italian cavalry. Very good job there by Graham Bubblefish. Pontus and Epirus is a very fair fight when it comes to faction choice. However, I honestly think Epirus has a stronger build. This was not. I don't personally think this was the right build to bring against Epirus, but we'll see. Fourier Spears going against the Italian Spears. Fourier Spears will obviously win that engagement. Agriarian Axeman still safe, getting 45 kills in expensive cavalry. Very good there. Mercenary Samnite Warriors going against the Fourier Spears. Even though the Samnite Warriors damaged, probably should win that engagement with the backup of the Italian Spearmen. Another Italian Sword. Going to get hit here. Got a nice volley off, killed a decent amount. Pretty derped out charge actually, so the Italian Sword's got pretty lucky there. Reinforcements of the hoplites are getting in there straight away. Naked Swords are finally being used, a bit late in my opinion. Samnite should get out of there, let the Italian Spearmen grunt the charge, which I think they did grunt the charge. Yeah, so the Italian Samnite should be safe. This was a pikeman, not a levy pike, and that's managed to win against the Italian Spearmen as it should do. Right, overall, it's going very well for Epirus. Great use of the, so far it's been a great use of the Agriarian Axeman here. Not having slightly caught, getting a lot of fire on into the back of these Cappadocians here. This Mercenary Samnite Warrior is in a world of pain, and probably will rout from the field soon. Italian Cavalry being used relatively well. Samnite Warrior needs to be brought back into the field, quite far out exposed. Italian Cavalry, this Pontic General has been absolutely slaughtered. I don't know that many kills either. Fourier Spear, winning against the Mercenary Italian Spear. Royal Pelt is taking some heavy slinger fire actually. Only got 9 kills from the Javelin volley. Needs to get into combat in my opinion. Samnite Warrior should charge these Nakeds. However, it should definitely run away now because the Naked Swords have gone into frenzy charge. He hasn't realised. He's not even going to get a counter charge. And this is going to be a brutal charge here by the Nakeds. As we'll see, this unit will just drop with another one coming in as well. So Danko could easily bring this around, but the right flank looks very strong for Epirus, right? Very, very strong. Italian Swords doing an iffy job through Fourier Spears, so they do have the advantage, and I think they do have the advantage. Hoplites here in the hoplite wall, a bit of a weird situation on the left flank here. Danko is definitely winning the left flank, but losing the right flank. Naked Swords losing to the Royal Peltist. Is the Peltist dead? The Royal Peltist General dead? No. Casualties sustained, but held pretty nicely. With that combined slinger fire though, the enemy general dying is very likely very soon. Pontic General, is the Pontic General dead? No, Pontic General is still alive on the field. Gonna get these Italian cavalry into it. The Italian cavalry will lose, but this Pontic General does not want to engage in cavalry when it's only got this many men left. It's very iffy right now actually, it's very, very anyone's game. Those Agriarian Axemen, if left till late game, will be vital. I'm not sure where they're at. Agriarian Axemen fighting against the Mercenary Scythian Archers. Yeah, so we see a bit of a rout going on the right flank. What's left is getting absolutely smashed. Royal Peltist General is still alive. However, the Pontic General is slowly losing, and I am very surprised this General has not died yet. Slingers getting hit as well, almost routing from the Mercenary Italian Cav, got cut down with the Cappadocian. Personally, Pontus' cavalry hasn't been used to the great effect. Most of its cavs very badly damaged and can't really do much. These Samnites can easily deal with both of these squads here. Slinger managing to rout. We've got a full unit of Royal Peltast on the field, so like I said, it's very hard for Pontus to win. Pontus needs to keep its missiles alive for this to win, and the Mercenary Italian needs to keep some cavs in the field also. Mercenary Italian Cav trying its best to chase down this Pontic Royal Cav, but I would believe because he got the charge, the Royal Cav may actually lose this engagement.
As you command.
Mercenary Italian Cav trying its best to get in the slingers, but did die, so that's the last of the Italian cavalry dead, I believe. So maybe a little bit here. No, Agriarian Axemen, like I said, beating Cappadocian Cav, because that's Agriarian Axemen for you. Cappadocian cavalry here, going against the general, really trying to get that general, but the general's not going to die that easily. Both generals are still alive, surprisingly, but both very badly damaged. Looks like Grey and Bubblefish's Royal Peltist is about to rout from the field because of the combined slinger fire. But I don't think there's enough nakeds left on the field to really do anything. We've got a full unit. We've got practically a full unit of Royal Peltist here. It's quite a nice matchup. You don't usually see Epirus versus Pontus, especially. I would have thought so. Seen some barbarians, but we haven't seen any barbarians. Agriarian Axeman personally done a great job. I really like this unit. Just beating cavalry as well, because Agriarian Axemen are good in melee. They're really strong units. Furious Spears taking the brunt. Mercenary Samite was trying to get into combat to get a winning status going on here. Square's been put for Danko, so they won't rout, they'll hold the line for as long as possible. Royal Peltist General is still alive. Both generals here still alive, which is unbelievably lucky for both sides. Naked Swords going in, it's going to be a nice charge here. Very nice charge. These Naked Swords, a bit late on the Frenzy charge. This Naked Sword not doing it very well in my opinion. Royal Peltist General not doing very well. Javelins being thrown by the Royal Peltist. I believe the enemy general is still alive. Unbelievable. Gonna get a nice charge actually here. Probably get some nice kills here. But the general, the Royal Peltist General, I reckon, the Peltic Royal Cav General, sorry, I believe will die now. Popping Rise, Rally and Rally before the general dies. Very wise. The missiles is all that's left, and the general is still alive. Oh my goodness. So both generals are still alive. It's absolutely funny, I think. Agriarian Axeman here doing a good. This is the second Agriarian Axeman. First one, 85, 89. Doing a great job in melee. Very nice unit. So both generals look like they were going to rout them for a second, but this one's stabilised still with 16 men left. I believe it's highly just going to rout these. What's left? One of the melee is down. I reckon this thing is going to rout. Very well played. That's it. GG, well played. It looked a bit iffy there for a minute, but Danko unfortunately lost the game. Luckily unfortunately for Bubblefish, getting a very nice win. Bubblefish, from what I've seen, has definitely improved. I didn't think this build would be great actually with Italian Spears, but he used it very effectively. His Samite Warriors did okay. This one didn't do that great. Other Samite Warriors did great. Agriarian Axeman used very well. I'll say it again. Agriarian Axeman, amazing units. Royal Peltist General doing a good job there. Hoplite's even doing a really good job. It's just overall Royal Peltist General just doing it. Furious Spears also did very well there for Danko, I'd have to say. We stayed until as the last unit. It's very rare for you to see a Furious Spear to the last man. As you see, that was GG there. So that's 1-0 to Grey and Bubblefish, and Grey and Bubblefish did counter actually. So now Grey and Bubblefish has to pick first, and Danko gets that choice to get a win back there very nicely. The cavalry did very well for Pontus. Actually, no, but I'll take that back. So he did okay. One of its units did really decently. The rest, for Cappadocian, they're very expensive. 2 units got the money back. Royal Peltic General did not get its money back. However, the Royal Peltist for Graham didn't do great. One unit had 98 kills and almost were full, so we will keep that as doing well. Hoplites did very well. Italian Spears did not very well, but they did their job. Agriarian Axemen doing great, got their money back and 10 times over with those 2 chevrons. Italian Cav overall, 2/3 of it used very well. Samite Warriors also used relatively okay. Scythians were used very good early on, but seemed to didn't do that well. Naked Warriors were used a bit too late. They should have got in there when the pikes got in combat. One pikeman did very good. I believe it killed a Italian spearman. Other one got absolutely obliterated. So that's game 1 there, guys. So, Grey and Bubblefish is going to pick RDA as his first faction, so Danko has to pick a counter pick to that. Very wise going. RDA has a faction that can be counter picked because its army is relatively good. And if Danko goes tireless, he's going to be using this very early. And in my show, it shows a slight hint of desperation here because Danko knows he doesn't want to be wiped out this tournament. And if he goes tireless, so basically Danko's using one of his heavy hitters in the first round here. Definitely wants to get through to the next round, or at least definitely get down to a third game. So it's going to be very interesting how this goes. So as we see, Bubblefish's army right now, we see yes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Irillian Noble Hoplites and 4 Mercenary Axe Warriors with 2 Irillian Hoplites with 2 Irillian Folio Spears, 3 Irillian Cav, 3 Slave Slingers and a Mercenary Peltas. So overall very well. Good choice in the army build there. 13 infantry with the max. That's the max infantry used very well. Both sides have not broke the rules, which is also a good sign as well. But staying on pyramids would be bad for both sides because both sides don't have the reluctant to heat, so it'd be quite strange. Also, if Graham pulls this off against Tylus, it's going to be very interesting. RDA can be Tylus, but Tylus' army is overall rosters overall better, in my honest opinion. RDA's roster is overall better, as we see here with the tribal warriors, which are a very good unit. Orth Swarm, obviously the most overpowered heavy infantry unit in the game, beats everything. Even a Praetorian Guard can't beat it if the Orth Swarm gets a clean charge. However, Tylus does lack on the cavalry department. So does RDA, with all fairness, with Irillian Cav. They're not exactly great. And sword beats spear almost every time. So it's very hard. It's very, very hard. The Fourier Spears will be a good one. However, I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing some Galatian Raiders. I believe they're called Galatian. No, that's for Galatia. I think Tylus does get some skirmish cavalry. RDA should not go for the Aurelian cavalry and should go for the mercenary Tarentines if he can afford. If you can't afford them, that's fine. Maybe get rid of the mercenary Peltis, another slinger, and get the Tarentines that way. But it seems to me like Bubblefish really likes his javelin throwing units. So as we see, I think Bubblefish is just each player is checking each other's overall what they could probably bring to the fields and customizing their army based on that. It's going to be very, very, very hard for Bubblefish to win this one, especially Danko's gone full blown Tylus. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes down. I believe so. He's gone for 4. Am I the only one who thinks that these units are slightly bigger than these units? And that's an Aurelian Hoplite. They're Aurelian Nobles, so they have a lead as well. So, it just feels to me that those two are slightly bigger than them. So just maybe distorted. So Bubblefish is ready. We're just waiting on Danko. This is the first battle in the round 1 stage, and we are beginning. Last time it took Bubblefish a long time to load into this game. Let's hope we don't have the same this time, because I personally don't want to put this on 2 parts if I absolutely have to. Because I like giving you all in one big video. But if it gets to a point where it's quite large at the end of this game is long and Bubblefish loses, and I'm going to end it now, and I'm going to end it then and put on part 2 for the next game. If you guys have any questions about the tournament, feel free to put it in the comment section below. I will be posting the brackets for the next stage of the tournament below as well, if you want to keep a track of how certain players you may know are doing. There will also be a link to Discord as well, where all our players are, and they communicate. So if you want to ask the players something, chat with some players, just play some Total War in general, well, feel free into a new initiative. It's called the Total War Discord, and I'll post a link of that in the description below, guys. Check it out, it's very good. We have all members of the community there. We've got the Russian community of VMs there. We've got Zeva. We've got AE. We've got AE. AC. So yeah, Aries Chosen, which is practically the new reformed SH. We also have Legio Italia there. If any of you people here are Italian, you want to get in there. Sacred Band is there also, the Polish clan. So we have all different. We have all different languages there. So no matter what your nationality is, if you just like play Total War, we all have a common goal. It's more than just Rome 2. We have Napoleon, Warhammer, Medieval 2, even if you want to play that. So just hop on in there. The link will be in the description below, guys. So if you want to hop that out, you can do that. So let's have a look at Bubblefish army. We have 5 Illyrian noble hop. I mean, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Illyrian noble hoplites with 4 mercenary axe warriors and 1 Illyrian hoplite. And on it as well, we have 4 slave slingers and 3 Illyrian cavalry. We'll have a look at Tylus's overpowered army. Because I'm going to say it right now, because I bet it involves the basic meta of tribals. As I say, we have these raiding horsemen, and that was the name of them. Very good missile cast, 3 of them. We have 3 levy freemen, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tribal warriors, I believe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 2 off swarm. Noble horse, 1 noble horse, so 2 noble horse cavalry, 2 Celtic slingers. Obviously, Tylus has the better army. 2 Orphan is quite light, but we got tribal warriors, so tribal warriors will actually lose, I believe, against the Aurelian nobles. It's very intriguing how this goes. The mercenary pelters could also really help out, but it needs to be used very effectively. Bubblefish is not going to like this. It's going to be another, I'm going to harass you for the first part of the game with raiding horsemen and skirmish cavalry. Which is not. That's where Tarantine will be good. Tarantine beat raiding horsemen, because Tarantine may have the same javelins, but raiding horsemen are not armoured. Decent melee stats though, as we can see here. Basically, they'll beat your average light cavalry or Sarissa cav pretty nicely. But Tarantine has better armour, and when you're throwing javelins at each other, when you're throwing missiles at each other, it's always going to be the armour that matters. So it's going to be very intriguing how they're used. So we've got the Illyrian Furious Spears. I'm going to screen them off, which is exactly what you need to do. I'm going to lose the Metal Mark, because I don't use this enough, as I said last video. So, what we're going to see, he's probably going to move up for the field fight. So, those levy freemen are going to be a pain in the ass, because I don't think he has a meat shield really, so it's going to be even harder for him to win this battle. Unless he's intending to use these Illyrian Furious Spears as it, but I believe he's going to use them for the flank. The Illyrian hoplites were used in the back instead of the front, so he's bought 6 Illyrian nobles, so 5 Illyrian nobles, sorry, 2 Illyrian hoplites. So the 4 axe warriors are also going to be very used critically here. Tribal warriors do have a hefty armor actually, so the axe warriors will be quite good at dealing damage to the heavily armored tribal warriors there. Audio also have the expert charge defense. It doesn't work against heavily armored units, probably will work happily against the levy freemen. Won't work at all against the heavier units. So screening them off, nice units from slave slingers shooting in there. Raiding horsemen got behind the lines here. It's going to be intriguing how they're used. The Illyrian cavalry doesn't really want to be used. Javelins thrown from the levy furious, killing 1. So again, Graham drawing the first blood there. So you got the other Illyrian hoplite moving back. Going to screen off these raiding horsemen. See, raiding horsemen can shoot Illyrian hoplites all they want, but they're not going to do any damage because 105 is insane. Illyrian nobles 115, insane armor, really insane. Probably one of them. I believe the most heavily armored unit in the game, Illyrian noble hoplites. I may be wrong. I know that picked hoplites have 105. Armored legionaries 105, I believe also. Praetorian Guard may have 115. I don't know personally from that, but I think Illyrian noble hoplites are the most heavily armored unit in the game, give or take. I think it's either over that or one other unit, maybe armoured legionaries, maybe same armoured as them. And the Illyrian hoplites for a mid-tier hoplite unit, 105 armour. They can take a lot of missile punishment unless you're playing against legendary campaign AI. That's javelins were felt like they were used up or Zeus's thunderbolts because of the extra stats they get. So we've got a bit of cat and mouse going on here. Tylus doesn't want to engage yet, just wants to let his raiding horsemen do all the work, do a bit of work for now. What do you expect to do? So we've got the slave slingers charging in first. Bit iffy choice here. The levy 3 here pushed very, very hard. These Illyrian nobles are just going to absolutely crunch it. And unless he gets those reinforcements in there, he's just going to lose that unit. I believe got a kill on the slave slingers. One kill on the slave slingers. Also, they're walking, they need to be running. Because this levy 3 is going to rout in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe I was a couple of seconds off, but that will rout definitely, I think, before that gets there. There we go, there's the rout. You can prepare, counter-charge into these very happily. On this side, the Furious Spear just missed engagement there. Gonna get actually some nice volleys into the back of these tribals. So as we see, a bit of a derpy outcharge there actually by the tribal warriors. These Illyrian nobles will actually win that engagement, and the Orphan's getting shot heavily here. Illyrian noble hoplites going to get charged by tribal warriors. Raiding horsemen caught, very bad there for the raiding horsemen. Illyrian Furios going to be engaged by Levy Freeman. Levy Freeman will win that engagement. Tribal Warriors winning decisively on this one. Axe Warriors going to be moved into the extra support on here. However, this unit here should be winning very nicely. Tribal Warrior getting hurt. Orphan without the charge. The General without a charge getting absolutely pulverized right now. Showing its side to... Oh wow, showing its side to the Slingers. Taking a very heavy beating. Right side, however, things are going slightly better for him. However, these Illyrian noble hoplites are getting absolutely disintegrated. With the axe warriors involved, the Orphan will start taking some heavy armor damage due to the axes. So it's either way, to be honest. Actually, I believe this Orphan here getting absolutely pulverized like it has is going to have a big effect. Most of the axe warriors are probably going to go out for a cycle charge. It's insane how much damage this Orphan has taken. It's on orange. It's even on orange as well. Peltist, I would throw the Peltist in here as well. And it looks like the cavalry should be used straight away here on that. Noble horse here, getting pretty badly damaged actually by the Illyrian Furios, with the Illyrian cavalry coming back in to do some more damage to it. Levy Freeman kept in reserve to defend against defend these slingers. Going to get a very nice javelin volley off. Charge, however, the cavalry there. Tribal Warriors get a nice flank. So right flank is being crunched heavily by the Illyrian, heavy by Danko here with the Tylus. However, centre has crumbled. Orphan General going to die with 60 men left. With 60 men, 8 very few kills, and this is unbelievable. Illyrian Noble here has done a great job dealing with this and doing a lot of damage. Slingers used excellently to do this thing. All I'm saying is, if he can protect his slingers, Graham will have this in the bag, and if Graham pulls this off, it will be a very well played game for him. Mercenary Peltist been a bit close, moved them back a little bit. Tribal Warriors here losing to the Illyrian Nobles here. Mercenary Axe Warriors doing a good job over here. Looks like the Raiding Horsemen are going to drop as well, so right now it's actually looking in the Illyrian's favour. Illyrian General, very strong, absolutely destroying this Tribal Warrior here, and I think Graham may actually pull this off. Personally, when I first started playing Graham on Rome 2, I'm going to say he was a noob, right? I beat him easily, and I'm not a very good Rome 2 player. Everybody knows that. And I beat him easily. What he's showing right now, he's actually showing some great skill, and it shows how much he's improved. Mercenary Peltist against the Raiding Horsemen. Peltist will happily win that engagement. Also in general, absolutely been disintegrated by the missile fire here. Slave Slinger's doing a great job. All Slingers available still as well. There is a unit of noble cavalry that you need to be aware of still. It's pretty on full health strength, so you need to be very careful of that. Is there any Illyrian cavalry left? That's a good thing, because there is 2 Celtic slingers still on the. There is 1 Celtic slinger still on the field. There is 1 Illyrian cavalry still. 8 men getting a nice counter charge in there. He's trying to pull out because he doesn't want those Levy Furious. He doesn't want his Illyrian Furious getting some javelins inside. Put them in squares, what I would advise right now. Illyrian Noble Hoplites, yeah, a bit tired. They're going to get a nice charge onto this tribal warrior here that have great use of RDI. And RDI, like I said this. RDI is a good faction, and they can do it. Even though Silas's army is actually Orios' overall better. This noble horse is a very scary concept, because if he gets into these skirmishes, he can bring it back. It'll bring it back, but there's just too much Illyrian hoplites on the field. Mercenary axe warriors are really noble. Mercenary axe warriors do a great job. Used perfectly well, in my opinion. Battle rhythm running out on the general. I think it's basically Tyler's lost this because the general just absolutely got disintegrated. One of his horse swarms got obliterated, and the really nobles will happily be a tribal warrior. Well, I think maybe one more swarm would have been a very good call here, instead of spending that much money on the cavalry. Because against Illyria, you don't really need expensive cavalry like this. Noble horse get a nice charge onto the side of these really nobles and the axe warriors, trying to break through to those juicy slave slingers, but I don't believe they're going to be able to do it. And that is a very clear win. This was not even as close as the last game. Great Bubblefish doing a great game. GG, well played all around. Very, very well played to both players there. Great. I have to hand it out. This is probably one of the best. This is probably the best game I personally have seen in the tournament so far, and this is a round 1 player. So, Great Bubblefish sailing through to the second round of the event now, using up RDI and Epirus. Not great factions. RDI is a good faction, and Danko being wiped out after using Tylus. And I forgot his first faction actually. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. As we'll see the difference here, the general got obliterated. Very well played overall from both players here. Very well played. As we see the 2 Illyrian hoplites, 5 Illyrian noble hoplites, all within the rules area. So thank you guys for watching, and you all have a great day, and I'll catch you later.